Okay, welcome to Let's Burn It podcast. Tuko hapa na Edgar. Is one of our community media personnel hapa Kibera. And maybe you can introduce yourself well more.
Thank you. So my name is Edgar Odhiambo and I am a freelance journalist and mostly currently based within that is Kibra and that is my niche. That is exactly where I felt like I needed to do a lot when it comes to issue to do exactly highlighting what happened within that is Kibra and so today I'm happy to be here and I think we're going to share more.
Yeah. So I want us to talk about challenges community media and the things that upcoming journalists and community journalists go through while covering stories in their own community. You've been born and brought up in Kibera, right?
That's true.
Yeah. People know you in Kibera from different ways. Ukiwa mtoi ukienda shule nini. And now you have become a freelance journalist based in Kibera. You have covered stories in Kibera. Can you maybe share how that journey has been for you?
So
Being a journalist in Kibera.
So when it comes to issue to do with the media, I think back when I was in high school, I think I learned something. I wanted to do something about I just wanted to highlight exactly and share to share these voices of the voiceless within our that is community. And I think around that is 2020 during Corona, I really felt the need that some of the stories that were being told out there about Kibra were not exactly the stories that were really happening. But at that time, I was not still like ready to do it because when you want to do a story about Kibra, you don't have to be biased.
Yeah.
You need to tell the story how it is. So I really felt like there was a lot of challenges when it comes to doing it exactly. So when around 2022, I decided now to go for a training. I was credited by Media Council of Kenya to become that is a freelance journalist. And because of my passion at that time, I was focusing in to do with the stories about that is the Gulf countries. And when I was doing the stories about Gulf countries, again another episode also emerged that is not only about the stories about other people. It is a story about my community. That is Kibra.
Story about people you know, people you have grown
people
up
that have grown
around.
up, people have seen exactly, I know exactly their parent. These are people who happens to travel to Saudi. Some of them went to Saudi, some of them went to Qatar, some of them went to Bahrain, some of them went to Lebanon, and some of them never made it back home alive. So I was really curious about this story. So when it comes to around that is 2024, around 2024 July, I decided no, I need to tell the story about Kibra. So at this moment, there was a story that I did that even brought me back home like 100%. It was a story about another lady by the name Sharon and Edgar. So her story was one of the touching stories. She used to be one of my good friends. We used to have stories, share. Like you see exactly this somebody you know exactly the parents live somewhere just next to you. He's a neighbor. Sometimes you pass by, you say, "Hi, Mama Sharon, how are you doing?" So it was like, and then you go back on TikTok, you guys were sharing the live session. She was a lady who was very vibrant. Like she used to dance. She loved exactly the reggae music. She could dance. And this somebody. And I remember when Sharon died, that is one of the key things that I said, no. Let me go back to my community and do something. So Sharon died around 30th. It was around, I don't know exactly, 30th December.
That is in 2022.
That is 2023. And I was at the airport. I think I was waiting for somebody at the airport. And then this news reached out to me that, Sharon is dead. And I was like, how? There is somebody who even posted it on Facebook. So somebody shared that your close friend is dead. And they knew exactly that I was somebody very passionate when it comes to telling these stories. So they wanted, like, are you aware that Sharon is gone? And I was like, you people, you're joking too much, Because the last time is like you're speaking to somebody, the last time she was inside in your life. And I never knew that Sharon was out of contract. Every time we used to talk, she was like, everything is okay. So I thought she was still in contract. They have their contract like if you are heading there, there is an agency that is taking you there, and you're working under a certain contract. And there are other people who now decides that as much as we are here, they feel like, oh, they're being given a little amount of money, they now decide to run away. They're now called Kemboys. These are people who have decided now they're not going to work on contract, they're going to be outside. Now, when they're outside there are people who are hosting them. They're now called the Dalalas. These are now people who are going to host you out there. These are people who are well connected. So she happens to be hosted by somebody. You know, all these stories I never knew. At the time, she used to share just everything is okay. So when it comes to issue about the demise, I went there. I just stopped everything at the airport. I think I was waiting for a certain artist. So I said, no, today, no.
You have to go back.
Let me go back. So I came all the way from, that is airport, JKA. I came back to Kibra. I went exactly straight to her mom because I knew exactly the mom lived around, that is Kamkunji. At that time, the mother was living around that Kamkunji area in Kibra, that is Sarangombe ward. So I went straight to her, and I found everybody, the news had been broken out, everybody was really wailing, everybody were crying uncontrollably, and I was like, indeed, this is true, she is normal. So at that moment, we were like, what can we do? Nobody, everybody were like, I was not even like, I was even shocked. You know, you stayed there, we tried, we talked to each other,
so
we were out.
This was the moment that you felt like you need to speak up on these things.
Yeah, because I used to hear about the stories, but it never felt that much pain when now I saw exactly those people who I was born and brought up with are now dying.
You were experiencing it firsthand.
Yes.
Like this was somebody.
This is somebody I knew exactly. This is somebody we have interacted with, and this person is now gone. And the circumstances leading to exactly the demise are like, they're not even adding up. And I was like, I've heard of these stories every now and then. So there is a lot of speculation that went around during that time. That, oh, she might have been killed. You know exactly the stories. Or somebody put exactly something inside exactly the drink. And I was like, I was not able to have this clarity. I was not able to do due diligence in terms of exactly, because when the family were now satisfied, we could not go further, because I really felt like as much as people have the speculations, what can we do to make sure that the truth is out there? But with the family, they were much convinced that indeed their daughter died as a result of cardiac arrest. So everything was okay. So it was now the time to the repatriation. It was really costly. So when I thought first that she was in contract, so the only thing I wanted to inform the company, the agents that took her there, that so and so is dead, and we as families, we want now repatriation back of the body, so that you people, you can assist us in repatriation. You know,
what did they say?
I was really shocked. First of all, they confirmed to us she was never in contract, because they had even communicated to exactly the boss, and the boss said she ran away, and the boss had already written a letter to the agency. So this lady was not in contract. Now it is now time to collect around 400,000 for the repatriations. The families living within that is Kibra. They were now, that is the only sole breadwinner that they had. The little that the lady was getting, she was sharing back, and she had a son that is a special need. The son cannot walk, uses again, you know, and is like all being carried, cannot do anything, cannot even talk. You see, so we had a very long. So everything that this lady was getting, she was supporting the family. You see, everything. There is a therapy, the medical part of it of the kid. So all the some amount this lady was receiving. That's the reason even why she decided even to run away from the contract, because she felt like the money that she was receiving here.
So what happened? How was she brought back?
So we did. I personally, I mobilized people. I mobilized most of the people so far from TikTok, and I really appreciate the fact that people, we have unity when it comes to issue like that. I highlighted the story on my YouTube. I even went on my TikTok. I highlighted this story. We went live for a sequence. Series, so that we do contributions where we had daily contributions toward exactly that. And the other team from that is Saudi, they were very much helping, because they did a lot of candle lighting ceremonies there, the gathering. They collected some amount, and then we were able to repatriate the body back to the country. And from there, I also did a lot. The story was really shared. And so from that point, I felt like I was not going back to... at that time, I had one story before now coming back fully to Kibra.
Yeah.
So I had a last story about a certain lady again. From that is Kilifi.
So did you have challenges, like, were there people that were against these stories from...
Now, when I was like doing the story of Sharon,
Yeah.
most of the people felt like, oh, anajipendekeza. Some of them were like, oh, there is even a group that were rebellion. Like, they were not listening to me because I told them this is the procedure. Yeah. They started, oh, the money that must come with the body, you see, that is going to be placed in the coffin. These were speculations that I was not even able to tell. I was even telling them that you people, what you have, wakasema wewe ni mbaya bwana. You are very bad. We don't want you here. There was a section, but the mother and some of the family members were really supporting me 100% because they knew exactly my impact would not have done to the family. But now we had friends who are now not biting from the back. They are like,
they're against all this.
Yeah, they were. I remember even when I was live, because as much as when the TikTok team have contributed something, you need to be live. You need to show them accountability. That is one of the key things.
Whatever they have contributed is
it is working, and this is exactly how it's doing. First of all, I even had an issue about exactly when it comes to collection of this money. First of all, I said I never wanted my number to be there because there are speculations that have already been going around that I'm using that as a seed to get money.
To get rich or something.
Yeah, so that is exactly what they were saying, that I'm being the people from Saudi are sending money to me so that and I'm eating those money instead of helping the family. But they were like, no proof, these are just speculation. They were trying, walikuwa najaribu kuniharibia jina from every angle. But luckily we really tried our best. I remember even when we went at the airport to pick the body, everybody sat. I came with a private. Nobody wanted me to board one of the vehicles. It was just from here. He's my matatu who went carried people from here to the airport so that they can go and receive the body. So nobody wanted me there. So I used me personally to go there. But now when we were coming back, I was even requesting at the airport. I was requesting again, but the mother to the late told me, no, ingia hapa ndani, hapana ingia hapa. So when I get there, I was like still live, and somebody, I could hear somebody shouting, "Zima your camera, bwana! Zima your camera!" Zima your camera. So that is exactly what I do. But somebody is really threatening you, like zima your camera.
This was the experience that got you into journalism, into freelance journalism, right?
Yeah, I decided. First of all, the reasons why I decided to work as a freelance journalist, I felt like some of the stories, when I used to share them, because I used to share with this big media house, I could package my story, and I feel like this story needs to be shared, and then share with them. But there was no response. They were like, they cannot share those stories, and these stories are the stories that are affecting our people from Kibra. And that is exactly why it even pushed me harder, that one day I'll be one of the biggest media houses, and my news will be
that was the
there.
Transition from Gulf stories to stories in Kibra.
Yeah, that is exactly what really made me now to come back to Kibra. I wanted to tell the story about Kibra because we have a lot of stories that are untold. But now the issue is that when I tend to believe that other media houses, when I package these stories and I know exactly this story is worth telling, when I share with them, they are not even like, posting, they are not even talking about it. They are not even telling you, oh, we have received this and we cannot do. They are just quiet. So that is exactly what really pushed me to...
So you felt like you need to tell these stories by yourself.
Yeah.
I remember even when we started Kibera News Network,
I was...
the experience was the same. What drove us was being able to speak for our community.
True.
Telling stories that the media houses, the mainstream media are not telling.
Yeah, and then the best thing is that you are on the ground, you get first-hand informations. Before
because people know you,
houses,
people know you. That is so and so that so they are able to tell you what happens with them.
But one of the biggest challenges you need to understand is that when you're telling these stories, there are other stories that we say that in journalism we normally talk about. There is no news worth your life. Now you get a story that is more very sensitive, and then these people who are there, they have been threatened, and some of the stories, you know somebody, and this somebody commit a crime, one of the biggest crime, and you know the family, and you're like, when you share it again, you are like risking, because the family will now be pointing fingers at you, tuandikia mtoto. But I normally say is, let me do it.
Okay.
Me personally, from Kibra, I normally say let me do it, because if I was to come today here and share exactly with how many OBs that I've taken of threats, assaults, unapigwa kofi hapo, unajiuliza who is that? Somebody beats you from behind and you cannot even tell who was that. And then
tell me about one. Tell me about one experience.
On 20, no, there is a one I went for it was just within that is Kibra. There was a section of people who went for a riot, and they were like lamenting. There's a lot of stories which happens within that is Kibra, and you know, when it comes to politics, now these people are really there. And I was like covering, and they were supporting another political party, and I was like here, and there is a speculation that I've been supporting, I've been talking bad about exactly the current. Now somebody just from behind gave me a hot slap, and when I turned the other side with my camera, this person was over there. There are a lot of people, and now when you turn, they're now praising you. You're doing an amazing job. You never knew exactly that person. So there is a lot of some of them are threats from politicians. When you air exactly like there is a lot where somebody like a public resource is now being privatized. And this is something that is meant for the community. And when you try to highlight that story, you get a lot of threats. So when you check on my phone, there's a lot of threats now from the politicians side. They are giving you threats. They're telling you how they've been there. I'm nothing. I don't know exactly how they got those seats.
I remember when we started, we used to get these stories like, you people have not been trained. You don't know the ethics.
That is true.
Ethics. You don't know this. You don't know what should be done here, what should not be done.
When you check them on my stories on Facebook,
how are you able to navigate through all that?
You know, they talk about your quirk. Some of them, or you don't understand exactly the media ethics. When I was starting, like highlighting my stories on Facebook, that is in Kibera and Ikwetu, I got a lot of negative impact so far. When I started, because I used to highlight issues to do with the politicians. I could call them out when things were not right. I could mention exactly the stall projects we had in this community, and from that angle, people talk about exactly that I'm expressing. I'm too much like I'm expressing a lot of anger towards a certain politicians without having facts, and yet I have facts at fingertips. I have the fact that I'm now displaying to them so that they can see. But they came out with a lot of stories. You are not even trained. What you're doing, and then there is another angle that they talk about. You are still young. Who do you think you are? Was
there a particular time that you felt that now I think I need to go and get some accreditation training on this?
Hey, you know,
so that maybe I can be able to do.
I'm somebody who believe that for the Media Council of Kenya to recognize me as a freelance journalist, they understand exactly my worth. And I really gone those trainings, and I understand exactly. So if somebody from a different angle talks about ethics, I'll ask you first of all, are you a journalist? What is like? Show me your accreditation to understand that you are indeed a journalist. What shows you that I'm not professional? What, like, you know, I had to question myself. Where I look at somebody, and this somebody who does, like, even I might not be bitter, but I'll tell the truth. Somebody is just like a class 7 dropout. He comes in, he understands exactly how to type, and comes in and says, wewe ni bure kabisa, and I'm like, wewe ni mwanahabari kutoka wapi? Do you understand the ethics? And then I look at this person and I try to compare. Is somebody talking out of anger, or sometimes he has been given something so that he can understand or do exactly the blog? Because all these politicians, they also have bloggers who will counterattack. Like when you talk about exactly something very positive,
whatever you say, they will have people who...
When you have a story that indeed this is a story that is touching the community, they will come with angles on how to protect the politicians. So we understand. When they're there, nowadays, if you try to also even talk about, like, you try to encounter, like, you try to come with those kind of utterance at the comment sections with those comments, there are people who understand, they'll tell you the truth because they understand I stand for the truth.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what I'll speak about. So as much as at the end of it, you people will talk, but I'll not give up. There is a time that I even felt even giving up.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
I was even giving
Tell me
up.
about the experience with the MCA.
Hey.
I know maybe you may not want to talk about
no,
it.
I don't. I must talk about it.
Yeah. Tell me about
around,
that experience.
it was around, I think it was around February. I don't know exactly. April, March.
Yeah.
I did a story about the stall projects, and I was calling out a certain MCA.
So the stall project was specifically
that is in Woodley.
In Woodley.
Yeah, I talked about exactly that
the Woodley grounds.
The Woodley grounds.
Yeah,
and that is not exactly where I stopped. There is a Kino Road, Fort Jesus. There is another road that I talked about, and I was really bitter because I might not be bitter, but I'm bitter because somebody's like not updating the community why we are having this stall project, because it is an area that poses risk.
The Woodley grounds has always been something that people have talked about, improving the Woodley grounds from way back, not just now. From way back, goes back as 2013, 2012. Yeah. And we have always been told that it's under.
There was just a location that was being made, a location, and the end of it now we have seen
2013, 2017.
There was just a location that we are not knowing exactly where this money was going to.
Yeah.
You remember now when I did this story, the area MCA was really bitter.
Yeah.
Now there is some of the activists within that is Kibra who, when I was doing my normal routine of collecting news around, I caught up with them, and they were like, "This is very wrong," and I was, "Hey, let me record this." I recorded that when they were lamenting about exactly the MCA dad did this. Oh, we have not seen.
Was that
exactly.
the Occupy Woodley?
Now, no, this was now another one. I'm somebody who goes and then come back. So when I came at this time, I was now walking around. That is, I'd gone to check on the Woodley Stadium, and then after that, now I was walking my way out. Then I met them. They were doing their jogging, they were like just overseeing exactly what was happening with it. So they stopped there and they were lamenting, singing those songs, calling out the area MCA for not doing this and this. And I said, let me record this. And I recorded it and posted it. Now, with all these things that I've been doing so far, is like the MC was more getting very angry every now and then. Now what he did, he decided to arrest me. Now, he arrested me in a very... I was not even expecting... No, I wasn't even expecting that day to be arrested. Because it was like on a Friday.
Yeah.
So he decided to arrest me on Friday. So what he did... At that time, I was thinking he wanted to give us exactly share with me as a media personality the reason that's why we are having why the Woodley Stadium is stalled. There is nothing that is happening there. So I said, okay. So he called me and said, how are you, Edgar? And I'm fine. Where are you? I'm just around. I normally don't tell exactly somebody where I am exactly. So he said, can you get into my office at exactly around some... And then I said yes. It was around exactly 5. So I said, because it's 5 and we are going to have an interview, let me carry my lights, equipment, camera, stand, so that we can do this interview. So I took a motorcycle, but there is something that I really feel like there is not something that is not adding up. There is something wrong. So what I did, I told a friend, a very good friend, he knows how to exactly, he loves politicians. And I said, can we go with you? And he said, because that one is from UDA and I'm somebody who supports the ODM. When people see me there, they will be like, I'm not loyal to the party. So he said he's not going. But now I told another person that I'm heading somewhere. I've been invited by
the area MC.
So there is somebody who is always my good person, and he also work for that is Kibra. So I told him, can you come? And I wanted to call him so that he can come, so that he can be my cameraman when I'll be doing this interview. So when I called him, he never picked my call. So I went there alone. When I went there, I was really surprised that the team that we had the other time that I recorded while having, protesting, the activists, talking about exactly the stalled projects.
were there.
There were 3, but 2 of them were there. So when I went there, it was me and the 2 activists.
Yeah.
So we went there. One of them was not around because
Yeah.
he had gone to exactly that is, he was at the city mortuary.
Okay.
So when he was being called, he was not able to pick the phone,
yeah.
because they were conducting a postmortem at the mortuary.
Okay.
That is the reason why he was never caught.
Yeah.
So after being there, we were invited by the area MC started speaking. Why are you destroying my name?
Yeah.
Why are you people mentioning my names? What is not happening? Hey, what? You are doing it wrong. Eh?
Yeah.
That is very wrong. Even if I decide I can take an action against you. So this time he was typing.
Yeah.
I only came to realize that he was now inviting the DCI team
Yeah.
to come and now arrest us because we are finally here.
Yeah.
So without even wasting time,
They came.
I was surprised. I just saw a group of 5 men at the door. They were really heavyweights at the door. You cannot even run. So what he said, I was even planning, when we were talking with the MC, I was arranging my things. I wanted to do an interview. Hey! So when he came and he said, Mweshimiwa, are you okay? Yes. Can you introduce for me your friends? Introduce them. So there were people from his office and us also. So he started. When he started, this is so and so, handcuffed.
Yeah.
The Stula, remember Stula? Stula is currently having a issue. He was admitted at that is Mbadare Hospital.
Yeah.
He's one of the activists that once we were at that day we were arrested with.
Yeah.
We were also arrested together with him. So also currently for now he's not feeling that much well somehow, and he has been taken to Madari Hospital for further treatment.
Okay.
And the other one was Elisha Alam. So all of us were arrested. They were arrested, and then he comes in and say, and Edgar.
Yeah.
And he said, yes. They were like, weka. So personally, mine was like, hey, it's like it is only me.
Yeah.
These are now collateral damage.
Yeah.
It was me
You
that
are
they
the
wanted.
main target.
Yes, they wanted me. The police was, yes, huyu amesumbua sana. Weka yeye bingo. After that, they asked me, they were like, anasianga nakuanga na kamera mingi. Huyu angalia anaweza kuwa hata na record kitu hapa. So they were like whispering, but from the other side I was like, anauliza, na uko na kamera ngapi leo kijana? And I was like, niambia niko tu na moja. I did not have one, I had 2. I had the other one, the Canon, and I had now the DJI Osmo 2. Now that one I normally place it somewhere here, so you'll not understand. So, and I had like 3 phones, iPhone, Samsung, and Realme. Hey, so when we were arrested, they took my 2 phones. They thought I had only 2, not knowing that I had another one. So I started texting, sharing with the group. Siasa Kibra, he said, I've been arrested. I shared with somebody, some few family friends. At that time, we have been taken out. We are in the boot. Now they started going with us. So we were asking, where are you taking us? Hey, I was really happy. And I thank God that we were not taken somewhere else. We were only taken to that is Kibera police station. And then somebody saw me there and he ran. He like, after seeing us being arrested, like we are getting inside. I don't know exactly what he was doing there. He just went outside running. He went to share this information outside there. That, so and so have been arrested. Hey, at night, the station had so many people from Kibra. They came and stood with me. Even some of the elected members of the county assembly came. We also had those from the county. They even called. It did not take time. The next day, I was released, but my phones. And now even now, everybody was now against the MCA saying, one time you are going home.
So what did he reach out to you again?
Yes, he did. He called and he said we wanted to reconcile because of that, because it was something that it was never tend to, because I was only there sharing my thoughts about exactly what was happening. So I'm being accused because
he realized he made a mistake by arresting you. So from that is the DPP office, we were given there was a recommendation that we need to reconcile. We reconciled, and
At that time, my gadgets had already gone to the headquarter.
Okay.
My cameras, phones had been taken to the headquarter.
They gave you a camera back.
Yes, but at that time, it took like a month to get them back. Hey, it took like a month to get them back. Yeah. So every time we could come, they'll tell us they're still there.
Yeah.
And then the MCA also, for us to reconcile, it took time because it was like, cannot talk with us.
Yeah.
So it really took time, but at the end of it, we were able to get
your equipment.
Yeah.
How has that shaped your work from that incident to where you are right now?
I feel like it taught me a lot of things.
Yeah.
First of all, to remain vigilant,
Yeah.
to be brave when it comes to exactly telling the stories.
Yeah.
And as much as these were there, these are minor. Because if being arrested, this was the first time I was arrested.
Yeah.
I was once arrested. And let me tell you, if you want to be arrested, talk about something that touches exactly politicians.
Yeah.
You will be arrested very well.
They
they'll not even
fear
take
the
time.
truth.
They'll arrest you. An agency associated with a traveling agency that was associated with one of the politicians, an MCA.
Yeah.
I was arrested, taken to court because of the same. You see? So it is something that I'll tell people. Telling stories within Kibra, first of all, it's issued with insecurity.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you are talking about exactly fire and you want to capture this incident about fire.
And people feel like you are not helping because you're just
you're there
talking and people are in action.
Sometimes you are also filming.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, we are not doing anything here. What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Then, first of all, if you get a phone, if you are using a phone to record, they'll talk about you are on TikTok here. You're coming here for TikTok likes and views. Then they'll grab it away, not knowing exactly you are just recording for the documenting some of this incident. So me personally, I've really, like, you can see exactly one of my phones here. This one was snatched, and I really tried. You see how it is.
You got it back.
Yeah, it was snatched, and this guy wanted to run away.
Yeah.
So when he snatched it from my hand, then I followed him very fast.
Yeah.
And I get it from that phone. This one. You see how exactly it is, and this other phone. All of them were new. This other one, you can see it has an issue, a very big issue that, you see how it is. This also somebody interfered with. You can see exactly how it is. But it still works.
Yeah.
So it is like you're trying. Even my camera, the DJI, is not even working currently. That one again also.
Somebody snatched it.
No, they pushed me. They wanted to grab it. They grab it. Then I grab it also. So they interfered with the gimbal. Okay. So it's not working. It's not even rotating to settle on one position. So it's like moving like this. So this is part of it. But we still push. I said I will not give up. I'll tell the story how it is.
What would you tell somebody who is maybe thinking of venturing into journalism, and maybe specifically community journalism and all that?
I'll tell those people who are there is that first of all, understand exactly your niche. So if your niche is more of journalism and you want to talk about it you want to tell the stories about your community, first of all, people from your community are the same people will also fight you. Yeah. Some of them will not see exactly, because they understand, they have seen you. If you were once a drunkard and you happens to go to school, you did a lot, or they can even judge you with your past. So first of all, you need to understand, you need to stand strong and believe that what you're doing is for the benefits of not only you, but also to the community. Because when you share their stories, somehow you never know. Because me personally, I've seen exactly so many people get assistance. Some of them, their lives have been changed from the story that I've done.
That is very true. I can also attest to that.
You should
actions being taken from the stories that you have covered.
Some of them were having cancers. We've seen exactly people, communities standing with them. Some of them lost their loved ones, and they were able to repatriate their bodies to the village for the burial, and also the expenses they were able to cater for. So and also families, we have also kids with sickle cell. Some of them are now getting help because I shared their stories. So first of all, I'll just tell somebody is that be ready to face exactly the reality. That it's not as easy as you may think about it. First of all, if you're living in ghetto, I cannot put on very well. I cannot have a tie. I cannot have. It is a very big issue.
You never know what.
It is a very big issue. Mine, it is just a normal outfit
Yeah.
when I'm within that is Kibra. Even if you call me that there is a news somewhere,
Yeah.
I'll not come there in an official. That I'm very smart. No. I'll just be in my normal attire so that I can blend with the community. Blend with those communities so that they cannot see you as an odd one out.
Yeah.
The moment you become very smart, you're having your tie, expensive perfume,
They
and then you
now
want.
see that you're not one of them.
Oh, you are not one of them. They will never share anything with you.
Yeah.
You will be there. They'll be like, yeah. When you come, they run away.
You have to be like them.
You need to blend with them.
Yeah.
Come, sit down with them, share stories, make. You know, that is exactly how you blend with them. But when you decide now to have, it's like you're becoming more. You will not get anything you want.
Yeah,
They will even shy away, run away. Yeah.
So it's been nice having you here.
Thank you.
And I believe that what you have shared will help one or two people outside there. Or maybe if there's anyone that is planning to get into journalism, maybe more so community journalism based in slums, this will be an eye-opener, and maybe some of the tips here will help to move forward.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, so guys, you can also check out on me because I have a YouTube channel. And also on Facebook. On my YouTube, it's called Edgar I have a YouTube channel. And this one I really wanted to focus exactly my life, like my life stories.
Yeah.
Like how do I wake up? How do I collect these news? Nobody knows exactly. So I wanted to show them the challenge. How I'm being beaten. There is a video that I even posted when I was being beaten at that is Line Saba, the other side, where I went to cover exactly a fire incident, and people were really robbing.
Yeah.
Though they are not even, they are looting from that fire incident. The victims of these, they are just looting people's.
So you were trying to show.
Yeah, I was there to show.
Happens, yeah.
So I got a lot of. It was not that easy. So you can check out. It's called Edgar from Kibera.
Yeah.
It is just simple that way. Edgar from Kibera. He tells stories how I normally wakes up and do those stories. But again, now I also have another channel. It's called Durga's TV. Now this is now the news part of it. These are now the news. Not only the news about Kibra, but now the international also Kibra. That is my now TV. I plan on pushing
Kibra and beyond.
Kibra and beyond.
Yeah.
And then on Facebook, it's just Edgar Odhiambo, and that is exactly where I also tell also stories, because we must post. And then on TikTok also is Edgar Odhiambo. And yeah, so thank you for hosting me, Steve. It was very nice having you here. But I also wish that you're going back to, back then you used to have, it's called
Kibera
News Network. I don't know what really happened because so far...
We stalled a bit because we had a lot of projects coming up. We got into mapping and doing surveys and all that. Yeah.
They're the people, I can say, these are the people who made me to feel like I need to also to keep on doing this, because they were, at their time, they used to tell these stories. Everything that was happening, and then I felt like if they're no longer doing it, I also have just to keep on pushing. So them, and
I'm happy that you stepped up very well, and you have like filled that void. We have also Parsley doing his thing with
from
AKTV.
Yeah. So it's all about pushing for
nice,
and keeping the community informed.